Hey, I'm Clint. I'm a recovering codependent. In January, I'm going to celebrate 35 years in CoDA. And I'm really thankful. Thank you. The beginning part of the promises says there will be a miraculous change. And there really has. I've changed so much. I let go so much better. Last year I did a speaker. I spoke about recovery tools. And what's so awesome, some people still have that list. I got new copies that were left over from last year. But it's so validating when other people like your recovery and like stuff. One thing we tell people though is take what you need and leave the rest. I mean, I wrote some of the tools that really, I'm not a professional. But I know friends are, so I went with those tools. And also, at the bottom, one, like the 24th tool or something was that you choose your recovery tool. You write down things you want. And this year, my speech was about the 12 promises. And hopefully almost everybody got a copy of the 12 promises. And I circled the stuff that I thought was important, but that it was also kind of positive. It's something positive that happens versus, well, you're not doing this anymore. But it's all important and good. So every weekend, almost every Friday, I'm on WhatsApp. And I do a positive quote, and I do a bunch of songs. And for the most part, they're all positive. And so there's two songs I want to talk, well, three eventually, songs I want to talk about here briefly. I Hope You Dance is a song I love. And it talks about giving faith a chance. Another song I love, Terry and Gabe presented it this year, and they had other years, so I was already going to ask them about it. And I'm just going to read you the words so much. And if you ever hear them sing this, it will touch your heart. And Terry being in the workshop was right with us, really kind of telling us these words. I'm sorry, coffee's not in the lyrics. Okay. This is by Libby Roderick. And the very first line is, how could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. So to me, that's awesome validating. And one thing I learned from you guys, especially my group, partially because I'm a guy, but, I don't always respond to people saying they love me right away. And like a friend of mine, she just got a 3-year trip. And a few months ago, she was telling me she loved me and loved our group. And I spoke about it recently. But people have taught me that it's good and okay to love. And even guys love and women. Because, I'm really healthy that way. I've been with my girlfriend 21 years. So I don't even have any inclinations to even flirt too much. But I'm just really thankful for this recovery. I've got some positive things that I do. I'm writing some of the tools too. Letting go is a big thing. Letting go of urgency, not having to have anything right now, this minute, or this way. Letting go of urgency is massive. And even if I'm sort of directing somebody, I use the word sometime. If I ask for something sometime, to me that's a good way. I'm trying not be urgent. If I am there, then it's really awesome. My quote that they posted with my picture, I've said for a long time. And some newcomers are really surprised about, I can ask for what I want, I can ask for what I need. Well, part of my quote is doing that, asking for what you want or need, and letting go of the result. And detaching is when you feel stuff, but you don't have to react on it right away. You give yourself time to think it over. And sometimes I'm so determined what I think, but a day later, I've been able to think it out and make better choices. And the other part of the quote is, you let it go. You ask for what you want or need, but let go of the outcome. And that feels better. It feels better not being urgent. And then when you do get it, it's like dessert. And to me, that's awesome. But I've learned so much in CoDA. I have friends that have been here over 30 years, get the same chips the same time I do. So I'm really thankful. I wasn't looking at clock. I'm good though. But I'm really thankful for my recovery. Another thing that helps a lot is balance. And sometimes I'll miss a meeting or two to participate in my relationship with my girlfriend. It's important to have a balance. It's real important not to miss important dates because I have a meeting. When I was married, there's a radio station, sports radio station, that every Valentine's Day weekend they have this autograph festival. Julius Erving, Pete Rose, massive stars, I've got autographs. And I even went at 4 a.m. to get it. But to help out at home, I went back home and vacuumed stuff. And to me, I noticed me doing that even more than I think she did. And, that's something I did where I'm trying, I'm participating in the relationship, I'm doing things I need to do, it's fair. But it's also good I didn't miss something that was important to me. And that helps me a lot in recovery, just trying to balance things. I love the promises. That's kind of why I spoke on it. In my group, the third promise we all chant together, I know I do freedom. There's some neat things with being in CoDA so long. A friend of mine, he chants that. We all do, but he loves it the most. I read from In This Moment almost every time, and they give it to me when I get there. It's like a tradition. It's like an honor. But I'm so thankful to be with y'all. At first, I wasn't going to speak this morning. This is early for me. But I knew that it's so important. And my 12th step is speaking and giving back to y'all. And, as long as I've been at CoDA, I still suffer from codependency. And I'm just so thankful so many people here, and even especially when it's your first meeting, or first year, I'm just real thankful you're here and sharing this healing and recovery from codependency. Thank you.